Hey guys, I just want to jump in here and let you know that for some odd reason, Corey's mic wasn't playing nice. So she's a little muffled and then she comes back in and then she goes back out. And if anything, that's my reality of my interactions with Corey. However, if you're willing to listen in, I'm sure next week I'll get this solved. Maybe, possibly. Anyways, here's the podcast.
Welcome to the Baking It Down with Sugar Cookie Marketing podcast. We're actually a spinoff from a group that's on Facebook that's all about marketing your bakery business. I'm your host, Corey, and there's my assistant, Heather, over there.
Wow. I'll say you give this intro as if you're reading a teleprompter, and you're not, because it is memorized. So
what we do is bring a little topic, a nugget, know-how to your ear hole, something trending in the industry, a change in the software that bakers like to use, or customer relations. But this week, Heather has created a website for the Vendy Blendy. I know.
I'll take it.
It's far off. Here's the thing. On that landing page is the section that says, hear more about the Vendy Blendy on the Baking It Down with Sugar Cookie Marketing podcast.
Right. Little early. However, when I went to create reference material so I can easily refer to someone, because also this is how we get Vendys to sign up.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to hear from the mouth of babes. Exactly what the Vendy Blendy is, and specifically as it applies to this year. And when is it ever too early to talk about the Vendy Blendy? In fact, this year we're actually 3 months behind in promotion. It's not behind, it's intentional.
Yeah.
Last year we had increased the discount from 20% to 25%. We thought nobody would sign up. So we did start promotion in June, according to the Vendys who ended up in my inbox. And then now this is a more realistic time frame, starting at the end of September.
Beginning of October. I cannot believe October is this week.
Someone said September, stopped in, grabbed a to-go plate, and is backing out of your driveway. And I was thinking about that. There's 30 days in September, right? But I think it's the height of the shift of the seasons and such a dramatic shift. Spring to summer, a lull, like a little.
It's
a warm up.
Yeah.
For some reason, when winter hits, which let me tell you, it's not hit yet. But all of a sudden, all the leaves are on the ground. I went to Walmart yesterday.
Yeah.
All the Christmas trees are set up.
I saw a post and it says you can grab a turkey, get ready for Thanksgiving,
and do it in your Halloween costume at Walmart. So I think that's why it makes these months feel so short and fast. And I think that's exactly, because even I was like, whoa, shoot, this is only 9 weeks away.
If you're like us and thinking about the Vendy Blendy already, you can find the website. It's sugarcookiemarketing.com/Vendy Blendy.
And try to make it short and sweet so you could find it. And then it'll be an ever-growing page.
Yeah, as we get more vendors, Heather's going to update it. As the time gets closer, Heather will update it. It's going to be everything you need.
Touch point. Yeah. Center, location.
Yeah.
Which is including why we wanted to do this podcast, because people, marketing nugget here, people imbibe information in different ways. When your marketing is solely slave to algorithms, you're fighting a big battle.
Yeah.
So if everything, and that was what I hear the complaint of last year, is the fragmentation of information is hard to catch everything.
Yes.
And Corey made a great point when we pre-recorded this a minute ago and started over, that on the day of the Vendy Blendy, regardless of how many times they spam you and where, somebody will always say, what's a Vendy Blendy?
Yeah. So this is going to be, if you want to hear about the Vendy Blendy, this is where you go. If you want to read about it, here's where you go. If you want to learn about it, this is where you go.
But in terms of marketing, also consider this approach for your cookie business because, I post to Facebook so much, algorithm-based. I send an email. Great. Now chronologically based.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a podcast. Yeah, but you can go live on Instagram.
Yeah.
Well, I don't do this, but you can post a reel to TikTok.
And that's how the collab went so well. And we will get to that after because I want to give lots of kudos. But let's dive in to the Vendy Blendy. This is going to just be an overview of what the Vendy Blendy is, who is it for, why is it happening, what does it entail? The who, what, when, where, and why.
I love approaching. That was mine. That was an ex-boyfriend who came up with that approach. But when you can answer those 5 questions, you covered most of the bases.
Absolutely.
Any other questions beyond that, you can integrate. But if you cover the who, what, where, when, and why, likely most questions have been answered.
I agree.
So the when is Black Friday, November 28th. So at midnight on Thanksgiving, you're in a turkey coma. You barely come out of it. At midnight, you're let into this group as quickly as we can get you guys in. And then for 24 hours, you have access to 25% off or more coupons. Within the 24 hours, it is designed to be absolute organized chaos.
Yeah. I want to say, I wrote a blog post about the Vendy Blendy yesterday, about 3,000 words. So I know the details people want to. Heather said it's November 28th. All this happens Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do a little mathy math. but it's open for everyone in the world. And we have vendors across the world, not a ton. Most are US based, but there are a ton across all the time zones. So this is EST, Eastern Standard Time. That's what you're going to want to set your clocks forward or backwards.
Right. So I always am jealous of the Californians because they are actually in a normal time while I'm up at midnight.
Yes.
I always pity the Europeans who are up at 2 or 3 in the morning. But you have 24 hours, so most people don't stay up for the 24 hours. Corey and I do.
Yeah.
Corey doesn't. I actually do.
I do pretty good.
She's a good support system.
Good support system.
You do call it a night around 10, I think.
I do.
And then even more chaos happens after Corey goes to bed. And nobody's allowed to talk about it. So let's just jump in here.
Sure.
So the Vendy Blendy each year, and thank you for this blog post.
You're welcome.
You'll be able to reference it on that landing page. Each year at the end of November, deals roll around in store and across your screens, prepping everyone for the Christmas season. From malls to boutiques, the deals are endless. So what about a day just for deals, just for bakers? And that's the magic of the Vendy Blendy. It is baking-centric shops.
Yes.
That Corey and I scout. The word you're looking for is beg.
Beg, scout, promise.
Yes.
Love.
Cry. Try to get them to sign up. So what we can try to promise, and it's a chicken or the egg thing, because without you guys as what we call pendies, meaning you're pending to join the group, and then at midnight you become a spendy. Without you guys spending your money, there's no incentive for the vendies to sign up and offer these discounts. So the more hype you guys are, the more vendies we get, the more vendies we get, the more pendies we get, and it's a happy, healthy world.
So you might say a shopping day for bakers. Yes, you're not going to find toys for your kids here. That is not going to be what you're finding here. It's not a Sears catalog, but it's baking centric. So thinking baking t-shirts, cutters, STL files, baking mats, scribes,
courses, ingredients, seasonings,
recipes.
Yeah. So it has to be within one layer out of actual cookies. And that was the requirement. So you're not going to see any multi-level marketing companies. You're not going to see someone selling sunglasses.
No Labubu's. Yes, Labubu cutters.
Yes. Great. We should say that. So the Vendy Blendy itself, this is the 5th year running. It always happens on Black Friday and it only happens for 24 hours. And at the conclusion of the 24 hours, it disappears. So you have the next headline. I'll let you take this one over. What is the Vendy Blendy?
So the Vendy Blendy is actually a spinoff of a marketing term that's used a lot in service-based industries called a vendor blender. So a vendor blender is where a bunch of industry-like companies, so let's just say HVAC, come together. They all get together in one room and they invite people to do a one-stop shop type deal. So a vendor blender where the clients, their potential clients, get a shop at one spot versus going to 50 different places. They get to go to one place.
Yeah, it's actually considered a reverse vendor expo.
Yes.
And it's reversed because you don't pay to spend money at a discount. In fact, the vendors pay us to sell at a discount and give away stuff. So you can see that the vendors are out 3 different times and they make that back through the scale of sales that day.
You, the people pending for the Vendy Blendy, are the ones who win. Win big. You win big because you get discounts. You win big because there's door prizes. You win big just because the chaos is all in there.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
I had somebody comment when I'm starting to create the content in the group. Sorry about that. Sorry about your feeds. But someone was like, last year was my first year and I'm so excited to be back. And I was like, it's that reaction because it can be overwhelming. I didn't win anything. I'm going to go cry. You have this interesting thing here. You said, why don't we just call it a vendor blendor? And then it says, I have no idea. I don't know why we call it the Vendy Blendy.
I said one time, maybe years ago in the Sugar Cookie Marketing podcast, you must have said Vendy Blendy and it stuck.
I like it better. It's also the only domain that's available.
Oh, that makes sense. So it's the Vendy Blendy and you're a pendy, so you can spendy in November.
Right.
It rolls off the tongue.
I mean, it's
bizarre.
How could you not?
Bizarre.
How could you not feel compulsion to add the word endy at the end of everything? So yeah, that's why we call it the Vendy Blendy, but it is a vendor blender, which is a reverse vendor expo.
Yeah.
And it's all online. So it's digital, which it works well for people shopping across the world.
Absolutely.
And that's a good point. It is online in actually a Facebook group. Well, I don't have Facebook. We'll make one for a day.
Yes.
Make it just for this.
Yeah.
That said, if you can get into that group and you're like, I'm not big on a Facebook. I want to be away from my family the day after Thanksgiving. We like to be in a comatose state together. You can just get the spreadsheet and shop the sales for those 24 hours, right?
Absolutely.
You'll miss out on the door prizes, which only exist in that group. But otherwise, I mean, really, if you just want something at a discount, that's how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
So like I tell people, the Vendy Blendy is designed from the ground up to be overwhelming and chaotic, but you can pick and choose what you want to be overwhelmed by.
Absolutely.
So you have this. Each year, vendors from across the baking industry and across the world come together to offer the discounts, door prizes, incentives to get bakers into their shops. It is very fun. Each vendor that signs up gets automatically 3 posts. 2 posts will be an image-based post, and the 3rd post will be a video-based post.
Yeah.
And those posts, they're selling.
They are selling. If you say you're in there and you have all of the Chua cookie mats, so you don't need any more, but you love your Chua cookie mats, it's a great opportunity for you to hype your favorite shops. You can be in the comments saying how Chua mats changed your life.
That is just you being absolutely gracious. That is you being a kindred spirit to a shop you support. Even if you're not buying from them that day, say, I'm not because I already have and I love them.
Yeah.
Each vendor that offers a door prize will get 2 additional posts. They'll get the post about their door prize, and then they'll get the post where they announce their door prize winner. And that's required to be announced at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on that day.
I want to say the great part about having more vendors here is most all of them offered door prizes all the years.
90% of vendors offered door prizes. In fact, the ones who signed up and didn't change the tune later and then did.
I know. So the more vendors we have, and that's you guys helping us get more vendors, the more door prizes that we can offer.
The door prizes are a blast. Now, on top of that, remember, vendors pay to vend.
Yeah.
Their money is pooled together to offer what we call the big door prizes. And these are the door prizes given away by the event itself. So I don't want to say it's us because Corey and I are also vendies, but we're in charge of the big door prizes. Now, you may think, what are the big door prizes? Last year, we did 10 Bosch mixers. The year prior, we did 2 Bamboo Carbon X1C printers.
Yeah.
Those are not cheap if you know anything about 3D printers. Year prior, I think we did an Eddy.
We did.
I'm not sure. I can't even remember what the first year entailed. We were just figuring it out.
We weren't. But there was, every year there's been just...
That said, the big door prize is based off of how many vendors' dollars we can pull together. And then Corey and I, as host, actually lose money on this.
We do.
But we make it back as being vendies ourselves. Yeah. So it's a win-win. And it's something that's so fun. And I like chaos.
It is chaotic.
In a weird way, I'm paid back with chaotic.
Yeah.
It
fills up your chaotic cup. So much so you don't let us talk about it again for another whole year.
It's so overwhelming that the day after you absolutely can't talk about it. And we'll get that in just a second. But on top of paying us to Vendy, they also are required to offer 25% off their entire shop asterisk. There's wholesale agreements I can't override. So in the event that the shop can only sign up if they can exempt wholesale, we do allow that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I've had some shops who want to be more competitive, and they'll eat the loss of the wholesale sale.
And there's some shops who don't have any agreements, and they just offer more of a discount.
Some shops, and it's crazy. There is a magic of the Vendy Blendy. I call it like a Vendy hypnosis, where you just feel compelled to get crazier and crazier. And vendors can increase their discounts to more than that. Vendors can increase their door prizes. It gets pretty fun.
It gets pretty chaotic.
It is very chaotic.
Yeah.
So who is a Vendy Blendy for? It is really designed for bakers in any capacity. I think it's focused on sugar cookie bakers specifically because of the cookie cutters.
Yeah.
However, if you bake anything, if you're a cake maker, a drop cookie maker, sourdough maker even, I think you can still find some pretty neat deals.
Yeah. There's things like, you'd be like, sourdough, you just said cookie cutters. There is a dough sheeter. Granted, he's not 25% off because he would just be making these for free.
Eugene and I have a long standing agreement
and understanding. But like a dough sheeter, which is a game changer for people who you make doughs and breads and things like that. There's baking software. The Cookie College is one. So if you're just trying to streamline your business and get more orders because you want to become more efficient, that's great for anyone who's in the baking world. Beginner bakers, if you I need to stock up on so much, I'm coming from zero. This is going to be your best day that you've ever had.
This would be a great time to launch.
Yeah. Bakers who've been at it for a while, this is a great time to see what's going to be trending next year as far as packaging and stocking up on packaging at a discount. The new cookie cutters, Labubu has not been around for a long time. It's been around this year. So you could stock up on things like that.
Right. So could you sit just a little bit closer to your mic?
Can I bring it toward me?
That's fine. So who is the Vendy Blendy for? I'm going to say it's primarily sugar cookie bakers, but I'm going to welcome any bakers in general. A lot of bakers will get hubs to join, husbands, and have him kind of shop the list.
I want to say, you might be like, but my husband does bake. It's a strategy. If your husband's in the group, I can't know, Nancy, that your husband, Benjamin, is in the group. He could enter to win a door prize. And last year, somebody's did win a door prize and was able to gift it. Listen, I'm just the gift giver. I don't make the rules.
I think some folks didn't think they were allowed. There's really, outside of being not banned from any groups, there's no rules about who shops the Vendy Blendy.
Absolutely not.
And frankly, if you've been banned from the groups and you get that discount code, shop away, girl.
I know.
Shop away.
Here's the thing. If you are like, I always get an ugly purse every single Christmas. It ends up in my back of my closet. I absolutely hate it, but I feel like I have to keep it. This is your time to be like, hey,
husband,
honey,
sweetheart,
schnuckles, I need you to join this group because I have a list. On the list, you'll find the discount codes. On the discount codes, you'll find the websites. Here's what I really, really want.
Love that. Why not have Christmas 25% off?
Why
and
not?
Get something that you actually want. So we have a lot of folks do that. I really like it. So the Vendy Blendy, primarily designed for bakers, get your husbands to join.
Yeah.
If you are a husband, get your wifey to join. They can also enter in to win the door prizes. And like Corey said, we had a husband win last year. He was so stoked. He thought he hung the moon for his wife.
I was like, he did hang the moon.
He did. And he took home a Bosch mixer.
Yeah.
When is the Vendy Blendy? Okay, it's got a couple of timelines here. It is 24 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
So it starts at midnight, ends at midnight. That's 24 full hours. During those 24 hours, you can tune into my Facebook Live and I'll tell you which hours I would probably recommend being there, mostly because I am controlling the whole thing.
You are.
So I'm just saying, maybe I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. However, you have 24 hours starting at midnight. When the clock strikes midnight on the 27th, it's the end of Thanksgiving. That is the beginning of Black Friday. And like Corey said, we were raised in sitting outside of Walmart waiting for the Black Friday doors to open. That vibe. Now you go to the Wish-Washy Mall.
I know.
Black Friday's all weekend long and you can shop online. This is 24 hours.
It's 24 hours. We're bringing it back to the 80s and 90s.
And because we are an 80s babies.
Yeah.
88 right here. Just barely getting my
where you're
checked.
Shoving and pushing people.
You're like, if it runs out, I'm not going to get one. Yes, absolutely. So the Vendy Blendy promotion starts now. That's why you're hearing us. We'll be spamming you with it a little bit. Sorry about that. Preemptive apologies.
Yes.
But that's how it gets fun because the more people that hear about it, the more people pen, the more people that pen, the more people that vend.
Yes.
The more people that vend, the more people that pen.
So on that, the timeline, you say, okay, you guys are talking about the Vendy Blendy. I went to the group, but nobody has let me in. That is a question we do get every single year. Here's the thing. The Vendy Blendy group is there now because me and Heather are setting everything up. We're getting it nice, judged up, making the rules, making the posts, pinning everything, getting it set up. A week out, we let the vendors and their assistants in.
And their pages, which looks like a pretty big number.
And you're like, why is there about 400 people in there? It's not. It's us getting them prepped now. It's because they have to be in there when the doors open. They need to be ready to roll.
Well, here's the thing. If this is your first Vendy, and you may say every year, why aren't the people in there still? No, we pay this guy. He's my bestie. He is a virtual assistant. He's based out of India. We pay him to remove everyone from the group.
Yeah.
And people will self-remove.
Which is great.
Self-expunge.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't. And we remove everyone from the group. Now, from a marketing standpoint, my heart hurts.
Horrendous.
Because every year I have to start from absolutely ground zero.
Yeah.
And I have to build it back up. But in that, the bakers who have gotten out of the industry in the last year, they're not in there.
Yeah.
So now I can turn to the Vendys and say, these are people that are ready to spend it.
Ready to go.
Win a door prize, which includes a form of marketing.
Absolutely. So you're going to go and request the Vendy Blendy group. It's called the Vendy Blendy parentheses sugar cookie marketing on Facebook. So you're going to type that into the search bar. If it doesn't automatically pop up, which it should, there's a little tab called groups. You're going to press that and it will show up. You can then request to join. There's questions to answer. You don't necessarily have to answer, and we're going to let everyone, it just cuts down on the spam accounts, but you're going to pend until midnight on November 27th. So every pendy is going to pend until November 27th. Then we'll let you in. Here's the thing. Facebook is weird, and even though it says accept all into the group, it does not
around,
work.
What we say, 20 to 50?
Yeah. So me and Heather are clicking at a fever rate that you've never seen before in your life.
And you'll be like, they didn't let me in. And you're correct. We haven't. We're really trying our best.
Yeah.
Around the amount of people who join to Spendy is around just over 8,000 we had last year. And it would be cool if we can do that again this year. But that's 8,000 times divided by 20 that I have to press the accept all.
A lot.
So Corey and I are trying our best. Little fingers are bleeding.
So it takes about 15, 20-ish minutes to get absolutely everybody in there, but you will get in there. So that is the timeline. You can request to join now. You'll pend until November 27th at midnight. Takes about 20 minutes to get you in, and you can shop for 24 hours, and then we boot you.
And so people have this next question. Well, if I don't shop, can I enter to win the door prizes? Yes. In fact, the door prizes magically don't require any expenditure. You do not have to spend money to enter both the big door prizes that the event offers, and the vendors are not allowed to require payment to join.
What the vendors can require is things like follow us on Instagram, share this post, comment on my last 3 posts. Those things they can. It's no purchase necessary, but there will be some actions for you to do. And as far as winning the big door prizes, just for you to be able to enter, we have like little prompts. Like last year, it was so funny. Take a picture with your mixer was one.
Yeah, some of them were taking an action, follow us on Instagram, and some of them were taking a picture with a mixer or writing out something. It was pretty funny. It's a blast. So whatever those actions are, when that vendor makes that post, you'll be able to follow the instructions to enter that if you want. And if you're like, well, this is really confusing, how would I remember all this? It's all in a spreadsheet.
It is.
And that spreadsheet is very well organized by yours truly. We live and die by our spreadsheet. So again, the 27th, you got 24 hours. You have to spend nothing. Everything's 25% off or more. Okay? That's a big takeaway.
Yeah.
That's a big takeaway. Where is Vendy Blendy? Like I said, it's in a Facebook group. You can go to sugarcookiemarketing.com/Vendy Blendy. It'll be one of the first links at the top. Or you can go to facebook.com/groups/Vendy Blendy and find it that way. But either way, just make sure you're pendy for that group. And that's all you got to do. It's really the only thing you have to do.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Well, girls, why don't you just do it in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group? I'm already a member there. I'm not trying to join any more groups. Here's
double opt-in. Marketing tip right here.
Yeah.
Double opt-in is when you sign up for a newsletter and then it says, go check your inbox to confirm you wanted to sign up, which is annoying because you just said, why would I have given you my email address? The double opt-in means that you're so positive you want to sign up that you've taken not only one action signing up, you've gone back to your inbox and taken a second action.
Yeah.
That's double opt-in. That is what the Vendy Blendy group allows us. First opt-in, I want to join the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group. Second opt-in, I want to request to join the Vendy Blendy group. So I can turn around and say to vendors, double opt-in list right here of 8,000 people willing to open a wallet.
Yeah. Also, the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group is for marketing questions. If you're like, hey, I have this customer, how do I deal with it? In the Vendy Blendy group on that day, there's roughly, and math me correctly, 400 posts that go up in a 24-hour span.
Well, it will be dependent on how many vendors sign up
and
within the vendors if they choose to do the door prize or not. Last year we had our first ever Vendy Awards and they were granted an extra post as well.
So there's a lot of posts that go up in the Vendy Blendy group, and to not over inundate everyone in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group, we say if you want to spendy and you want to see all those posts and be in the delicious door prizes, join the Vendy Blendy group specifically.
Yeah, so really, that is all you've got to do. Now, the Vendys put in a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And that's why I call myself the Vendy Whisperer. I'm the protector of Vendys. And I advocate for them because there's so much effort required from them. You guys can check into the group whenever. They've got to make their posts. They've got to be up at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to announce their door prize winner.
They're answering questions on their posts so much. Like people, where can I find this? They can't take a break.
No.
Yeah.
Right, because they've got to be in a twin. And we always appreciate Vendys that are active in the group, so much so that we actually don't invite people back who aren't posting Vendys. Yeah, specifically because it's I don't like the vibes.
We want chaos. We need more chaos. We need more you.
Yeah. So, and the group uniquely, unlike Sugar Cookie Marketing, is ordered chronologically, meaning at any point you log in, you could just scroll back.
Yes.
You're not seeing the most bumped up post. You're seeing the most recent post, which I do like for that. Why is there a Vendy Blendy?
Here's the reason. Me and Heather, born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. The chaos of that holiday season, that's just a whole vibe. And the reason why we were like, hey, we really like that feeling, it's no longer. In the 2000s, it's not what it was
Cyber
back
Monday,
in the day.
Black Friday, week sales,
extended, everything like that. So we said one day of chaos.
One day of chaos.
One day of chaos, an overwhelming chaos is so much fun. because you're knee deep with your fellow bakers, and we're having a blast.
We're vibing.
It's so crazy. You're cheering on other people who won things. You're making new friends. You're asking questions. Someone random's going to answer you. You get to support the local shops that you love.
Oh, that's a good point. The only people who'll be allowed to make posts on that day are the vendors and the hosts.
Yeah.
So you say, well, what if I have a question? Don't worry, I got you, baby girl. I have prompt threads. I'm in the search of thread, or look what I found thread, or I'm tired thread, whatever. There's threads throughout, so you can still communicate and get your questions answered. But I will say that the Vendy Blendy idea was not born from these two. It was somebody or a couple people in 2020 were like, hey, you guys have a little bit of reach here. What if you ask shops to offer us a discount, and in exchange we'll buy from them? And I said, oh, that's interesting. Let's see if it works.
Yeah.
I think the first year we had 20.
It was a baby year. It was still fun, though.
It was so fun. And people said, can you just please do this again?
Yeah.
And I said, never. And Corey said, yes, we will.
I said never. You said, yes, we will.
I think the next year we had over 50.
Yeah.
The year after that, 72. And last year we had 83, which is a little bit chaotic. So I'm not sure where I'll draw the line. So vendors, if you're listening to this and you're dilly-dallying, I wouldn't dilly-dally. So the Vendy Blendy, but that said, it really works out for everybody. And it's so funny. Some virtue signaler, I'll call you as you are, will say, I think that's inappropriate that you're forcing them to offer the discount. If you don't have to use a code. If you want to support your shop at 100%, just don't use a code. However, for me in my house, we like a deal.
Yeah.
And the Vendys have every opportunity not to sign up. They knew exactly what they were getting into. And frankly, so many come back that I would be as brazen to say it's a massive win for them as well.
Yeah, a massive win. Should you just go? And I know, is it preemptive to go through the shops that have signed up yet?
Yeah, I told them actually.
Yeah?
I told the Vendys, listen, you sign up. I'm going to shout you from the mountaintops from 9 weeks out.
Okay. The great thing is we haven't
While I've been
opened,
talking, I got another one.
No, wait. We haven't opened up the link to sign up to absolutely everybody. So we just wanted to see, will the shops from last year come back?
The shops from last year that have been active. So I did send the invite to shops that have been inactive because of
a lot of shops closed down too.
It's the economy.
It's economy.
I think we did that in the first rendition of the episode, so we didn't get to say the economy.
The economy.
Okay, so this first shop, love them to death. They've done this actually every year. Maybe not the first year, actually. So I think they've done it 3 years. It's me and you. The first year when we launched the Cookie College.
Great people, good vibes, good vibes.
Just really, honestly, the best. How could you guys not like this shop? So the Cookie College will be on sale. We'll be offering a sale on all of our memberships up to 50% off. Corey's getting a little fun with the pricing and the giveaways. I can tell she's vibing.
A little fun. I've been waiting for the holiday season all summer long.
I know. I'm done with this summer. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
Lower these temperatures.
Someone said, they said, the summer, aren't we glad the summer with its hot, humid days is over and we get these crisp fall, hot, humid days? It's so humid outside. First to sign up this year and a returning member, a great first name, Heather King with One Smart Cookies and Crafts.
Yeah.
She'll be offering free gift with purchase, and I'll nail more of this down when we get closer.
Sure.
But right now, I'm just doing the onboarding. More decor. I think this might be her third or fourth.
Yeah.
Might even be her fourth.
Not the fifth.
The fifth was the first one was very small. So I'm not really sure. It was a very small list. Bride and Cutters returning again, at least the third year.
Yeah.
Maybe even the fourth year. Cookie Cutters by the Baking Beavers. Now, it's funny. Bless Miss Beaver.
If you apologize to her one more time.
I apologize to her in an email. She was like, I would really, really like to sign up for the software. So she's actually joining us 2 different companies. Her Cookie Cutters, Corey thought they were really neat. They're two-toned.
They're adorable. You would be able to see that and know that's a Baking Beaver.
It's a Baking Beaver. And then the Baking Beavers have actually launched a pretty neat software to take the place of which one closed? Bake Diary?
Cast iron.
And Cast Iron, but more Bake Diary where you kind of get this interface, this dashboard to manage orders.
Nice.
Very neat. She sent me a preview link. She said she's going to sign up with that as well. And they'll be offering, I think, 25% off for yearly memberships. But it looks like they're really in it to win.
I love the software.
I do like that. Delta Sprinkles back again, her second year.
Her sprinkles are cute.
She's a vibe. She's so worried about ever misstepping.
Yeah.
Bless her little soul.
But she's got a great shop of sprinkles, I will say.
The Bougie Baker, who lives right down the street from us, is back again. A great supply shop.
The reason why I love it because she wholesales. So she has quotas in there.
Here's the thing. She's got a wholesale exemption.
She does.
So it's important to remember that they're exempt from wholesale, but they still try to offer it where they can.
Yes.
Cookie or Prince. Now, they were here last year. Do you remember what they did?
I'm going to say it's like files.
It is final. So I can see there's a printer as the logo. And I'll break this down. We'll actually, and I'm going to talk about the Facebook Lives regarding the Vendy Blendy. I'll tee up at the end of this month. Sweet Bite app again. Lyra Parodi is back at again. How to organize your cutters.
It's cutter organization software.
Cookie Cutters by Nori. What a doll. I love this lady. I think this has got to be her 4th year.
She's a giant shop.
Oh, really?
It's ginormous.
She has a cookie cutter named Heather and Corey.
I got to choose it. I use it all the time, the core.
Back again. Now, this is my asterisk. Eugene Dough Sheeters and I go way back. He offers 10%.
People wanted Eugene in there. Okay.
He said there's absolutely no, I make nothing at 25%. This was years ago. I don't offer this anymore to anybody, but Eugene comes back time and time again and does add a nice little layer. A lot of people would rather get 10% off than 0% off. So Eugene Dough Sheeters is back. The Miller's wife, she's a crazy little lady.
She is great because if you ever want to learn very nice florals,
right there.
Her color palettes are delicious.
I told her last year was her first year. I think we did a little bit of begging.
You did.
And then she just went all in. She's like, I don't know what this is. It's chaotic and I'm here for it. Yeah. And just became even more chaotic. And I was like, wow, this is the vibe.
Yeah. So that's a online course for royal icing decorating.
And now she has a relationship with the cookery.
The cookery.
We'll suffer through this for the next 9 weeks. And she's given me a verbal confirmation. There is a Canadian Cookie Con going on right now, and they're all at that. So she said when she get back, she'll sign up. So we got both of them, and Miller's wife and the cookery have agreement for the cutters she uses.
I know, it's great. Yeah.
So getting those. Tasty Tin, I love Tembi. She's back again. She offers seasonings, and she's offered quite a few more options.
The seasonings are great for sourdough if you're doing inclusion loaves and things like that.
I didn't even think about that. But also if you like a salmon packet like I do.
Honestly, it made for great gift giving last year.
It really did. Yeah. Sweet Pink Olive. Now, I am biased toward this one. Sorry, the trash man's outside and backing up. She is the supplier for our cookie class kit cutters. She's actually the designer as well.
Yes.
So Corey and Sweet Pink Olive work together. When and if you're considering signing up for the Cookie College or our class kits, you would be able to go buy those at a discount. A very nice little, just like the cookery and Miller's wife. We got that same relationship. And when the cutter shop signs up, it's this.
We love it. We love it. I honestly don't think we gave her an option, Sweet Pink Olive.
I'm going to need her something. And she gets pretty crazy with her giveaways
She's
as well.
crazy.
She also has additional stuff in her store that's not just with us.
She has tons of cutters anyway.
So it's not all Heather and Corey. Darn it. Baking Me Crazy, sponsor of the podcast. Also a Vendy Blendy this year. Great supply shop. However, if you want to get those discounts right now, Favorite Twin gets you 10% off.
Yeah.
Daisy Makes, sponsor of the podcast. Also, she told me we do have a code. It's Twin10.
Twin10 gets you 10% off, but that day she'll be 25% off. And those are cake pop molds from a cake pop lovers.
Now, people, you have to listen. You have to listen to the sponsors of the podcast. Yeah. They're like, please say 80, please say 80. No, not. They're on the list. The Dessert Depot, back again this year. Of course, everyone's back again this year. This is only open to past vendors.
I know, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could stop saying that.
I'm going to.
That is an online supply shop as well.
Love it. Christine's Molds. What is that?
Christine's Mold, she's Canadian based. So this is for my Canadians. She's an online supply shop.
She was stoked to sign back up again. This is almost got to be her 3rd year.
I believe so. I believe so.
Whipsy is back again. You guys ate her up last year.
Listen, she's bringing back and just salted caramel. What it did to my customers this year,
really
ungodly. They demanded it.
If there's one thing I know about Whipsy is she will sell out.
It's flavored powdered sugar. If you're just hearing it for the first time, it's delicious.
I hate to say it. I think Whipsy got bit by the Vendy Blendy bug because it says 30% off, and then it has in parentheses possibly even 50.
Are you kidding me?
So maybe we could convince her. I'm not sure. Back again this year, Mad Batter Cookie Co. Super
very, cute. Very cute. Like elegant cutters. Not so cutesy. An elegant girl. Yeah. But she's a great decorator too.
If you want to have a high end, also in the cookie and the sugar cookie marketing group, we're taking the average price per dozen.
Yeah, we are currently.
And I'm just going to average it out. It's all dirty math or whatever. But it gives you our annual roll call.
Yes.
However, if you were like, well, I'd really like to up my elegance, which means you can up your price as well. Mad Batter Cookie Co. cutters. The Backers Co. Now, interestingly enough, she's actually increased her discount this year to even higher than it's ever been. Backers backdrops for photography.
Yeah, for cookie photography, and they are food safe. That's why we love them.
You guys love this lady. She's back again. Miss Cookie Packaging is at 25% off.
Great packaging options.
Really cute stuff. If you follow her Facebook page, you can kind of get some behind the scenes look at how they print that stuff, and it's fascinating. Massive pallets of paper. We have Bakety Bake. You guys love meringue powder at 10% off. She's a sponsor of this podcast.
Listen, my glaze lover, she has that glaze now.
Is it in there?
It's in her shop.
Code TWINS right now, get you 10% off. And she only offers 25% off very rarely. And she has already signed up. Usually I'm knocking down her door. But this year she knocked down mine, which is always feels fun. Chua Cookie with the Chua Cookie mats Corey mentioned earlier. You guys love her. She loves you. 25% off.
Perforated cookie mats, and they come in every single size under the sun.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's a really neat product. Bakers, Cutters and Prints. I almost think the Bakers, it's a husband and wife couple. They have a giant B as their logo.
They do. It's Green Bay, Chelsea.
Third year.
Possibly
fourth year.
I think third year.
They'll be at 30% off. I love a big discount. Dare to Bake back again this year. Cutter Supply Shop. She said 50%
Dare to Bake
off.
is packaging supply.
Packaging supplies. And you owe her a video.
I do.
And Corey will be doing that. And I'll be emailing you back, Ellie. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm so sorry. We had another 2 vendors sign up.
No, in these 10 minutes?
Yeah, it's one because I just emailed her. So. But Wildflower Bakery is funny because first year was last year. Her first year was last year. And she was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, she's like, this is chaos.
She was actually the person who kicked off the Vendy this year. She sent me an Instagram message and said, we're doing this again. So I said, girl, it's July and I'm here for it.
Another elegant cutter shop. Elegant.
Cutter shop. And she's doing 30% off. Love that.
Nice.
Remember, they only had to offer 25%
I know.
off. They can offer more. And now Cookie Design Lab, sponsor of the next segment we're going to talk about, she just signed up at 25% off. And they have some new features coming out, which I'll cover here
this
in just a minute.
This is more software. So great.
Listen,
great.
And I wanted to tell you this. I use Fusion 360 for cutters. It's a bear.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And you could probably design a rocket launcher from it. I'm sure. But when you just need cookie cutters, and she's actually offered a new thing that it can create. When you just want quick cookie cutters, nothing is faster than Cookie Design Lab. And then if you are saying, well, I got this free version of Tinkercad, but it's glitchy. I have not had any glitches with Cookie Design Lab. Nice. It's very cost effective. We'll talk about that in a second. So that is the current list. Now, my big thing is I needed 30 shops for this to go off. We always have there's the MVP, the minimum viable Vendy.
Yeah.
The MVV before we can launch this. So to me this year, I felt my soul led me to at 30 Vendys, we'd kick this off. We are at 26.
I think we're at 29. 29?
28. 28. I got a couple of you guys. Oh, but 29 because Cookie in. She hasn't signed up yet.
Okay, yeah.
So
we're very close. Very close.
But again, these are only people returning from last year. We'll open this up for applications.
When are you going to open it?
I have it tentatively next week, but I want to make sure that my past folks are in.
Okay.
And then I'll open it up to new folks.
I cannot wait.
Again, they have already applied, so they've already been approved. But new folks have to go through the application.
Yeah.
Just to vet that you're an active shop.
We can't
just launch that day.
Here's the thing. We don't want you to buy from people that just opened up and then don't get your product. So if it's a shop that's a fly-by-nighter, it's not going to be for them.
I'm going to tell you this. If you had an issue with a shop last year, you are not alone, and those people have been removed.
Yeah.
And such is life. Bummer. Just want to let you know if you suffered, I suffered as well. But yeah, we try to keep it open, honest, upfront, upright. Because again, at the end of the day, you can't bring your problems to me. You have to bring your problems back to the shop. And I want to make sure that the shop will handle your problems with care.
Yes. This is a vibey list.
This is a vibey
Those
list.
people have been great in the past years as far as making their posts, choosing their winners, door prizes, everything like that. I'm very happy with this list.
And these are return shops because that's the only people it's open to. But Corey and I sat down on Sunday and we went through new shops she thinks would be pretty cool to have. So
here's the thing. I only am on a corner of the internet. You guys also live on your corners of the internet. Us pendy people bullying, literally arm punching other vendors to join is going to make it even more vibey.
That's one of the biggest ways we attract new vendors each year is you guys asking them to join. So I'll be asking on my end, but if you guys ask on your end, which we'll have some posts about that you can tag your shops in and say, hey guys, which gets their attention.
Absolutely. And then this website, this little landing page is being something you can send to them that explains it well.
Right. And then I'll have at the very bottom of this a little bit more of the statistics that may convince a vendor to vend.
Yes.
So that breaks it down. Just to recap again, it's on Black Friday, this November 28th in Eastern Standard Time, meaning everything is according to that New York timeline.
Yeah.
That's where we live. In Washington, D.C., just under that. And so 24 hours starts at midnight Eastern and ends at midnight. 24 hours later, Eastern Standard Time.
So go over how the lives will work and when they are going to take place.
Right. So I did this last year. I was really happy with how it went. There'll be 5 Facebook Lives. I'll be teaching in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group leading up to the event. Facebook Lives are deleted now after 30 days, so I'll be adding them to YouTube. Now, the wild part about this is all this effort, all this planning, all these posts, all this stuff gets deleted the day after the Vendy Blendy. So you won't be able to access those after that, but leading up till you will. So my first live is October 23rd.
Wow, it's a whole month away.
I know, because the closer they are to the event, the better.
I know.
I could do them now. They would crazy. I'm still doing setup, getting the vendor stuff.
Yeah.
So the first one is Intro to the Vendy Blendy. It will sound just like this podcast, but you'll get a visual. I'll walk you through where to find stuff. We'll kind of break it down because it is a Facebook Live.
Yes.
Screen share and just some 101s. If you're like new here, or you're like, I forgot because that was so traumatic, I blocked it out. Maybe worth the stop in. If you want to watch a replay, I'll have those on YouTube. The next Facebook Live will be a week later on Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That'll be on October 30th.
Yeah.
Many of you will be getting into your costumes. And I'll do Let's Pre-Shop the Vendy list. So in a month from now, likely we'll have probably double the list of vendors if this goes according to plan.
Yeah.
And we'll be able to go through each of their shops. Which is why I say to Vendies, if you're watching this, sign up now because I'll be able to pre-shop. We'll be able to go through your
I know. It's
Facebook
so
Live.
much fun.
This Facebook Live, right? Then we have November 6th. Now, this one's tentative. It might be the 5th. Corey and I have a private cookie class set up if they sell the minimum number of tickets.
Mary's on her way.
I think Mary's going to, but if it's not, I'll just do it on Wednesday. But that one is the secrets to shopping the Vendy Blendy. Now, because I'm the host, I know all the secrets. I know everything's happening.
Yeah.
I can tell you when I would probably wake up, when I'd go back to get bed, when I'd go to the mall, and when I check back.
Yes.
So I definitely swing by. Each one of these is only 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And if I talk fast enough, maybe we can do it in 10. Just kidding.
I thought last week you said you were going to talk slower and enunciate and move your lips, and you have not done that once today.
Do you see how big my teeth are?
Monstrous.
Do you see how thin my lips are?
Oh, I can't see
Getting
them.
these thin lips over these giant teeth
It burns
journey.
calories.
It is, yeah. I did my face ups today. Facebook Live number 4 is on Thursday, November 13th. I'm interested in the Cookie College girls. What do I get? What is it? And how will I be able to sign up? So that is the Cookie College and the Vendy Blendy. You might say, what, you guys are biased? And I want you to know, I absolutely am.
Absolutely.
I am a Vendy.
There's already thousands of people who have gone through the college, and most all of them have had good things to say. All of them.
You're not going to say you don't like it. I was just kidding. So if you're interested in the Cookie College, or if you're a current member who would like that discounted rate, or you wonder what the different offerings are, I'd be happy to break that down for you, that live. And my final live for you guys will be November 20th. And that's my final Vendy Blendy Q&A. I'll have questions that I see most of you guys ask. And then if you have questions, Corey and I will be in the comments. I'll be on camera.
I will be in the comments looking for happy birthday wishes because my birthday will be in 2 days.
We'll be very close to our birthday. And then that week I stop kind of talking to you guys and I start coaching the Vendies. I'll let them into that group and we'll do a Vendy only Q&A where they can ask me all their questions. I'll coach them on how some of these posts should look. Again, it's 5 posts, so it's not the end of the world, but I want them to get the most out of this as well. Mm-hmm. Then we have Thanksgiving Day, so don't talk to anybody. Go talk to your family.
We'll be eating. We'll be telling my family to leave me alone. I will not be able to talk to you tonight or
Corey
tomorrow.
and I will be speaking in hushed whispers around the table, and everyone will be like, what are you talking about? Please don't say the Vendy Blendy. We'll be like, it's about the Vendy Blendy. Then that night on Thursday, Corey and I stay up till midnight. We'll let you all in. She goes to bed. I stay up a little bit longer, and then we manage after the next day.
The turkey does what turkey do.
Corey is asleep. If I know one thing about my sister, she'll be asleep. And then that ends that day. Now, 7 days later, 1 week from the end of the Vendy Blendy is the last day you have to claim your door prize. Yeah, I'm not going to leave that open-ended. Unfortunately, last year we gave away 10 Bosch mixers. It also operates under the 7-day cutoff. And I had 2 people that did not read that message from us. Bummer. But I'm telling you now so you can say, okay, and you'll be like, well, how would I know if I was chosen? For those 7 days, I will have a spreadsheet where you can reach out to your Vendy and claim that. At the end of the 7 days, that spreadsheet is deleted as well. Mm-hmm. So my Facebook Lives, they're coming at the end of October. If you want to watch them with me, I like the support. It's always better talking to people than myself.
And if you're a Vendy Blendy connoisseur and this is your 5th year, help Heather out in the comment section. It's just nice to be a vibe. Heather hates talking to herself, and all her life she always is talking to herself and to me because I always will tune in.
You missed my last.
I did.
Welcome to the Cookie College Live.
I had to hang out with my husband.
We'll talk about that in a minute. It's good, probably. So anyways, that is the Vendy Blendy. Now, if you say, well, Heather, I would like to potentially Vendy, how can I figure that out? I'll open that up and you'll be able to find that link on that website, sugarcookiemarketing.com/Vendy Vendy Blendy, which
Vendy
is
Blendy.
an ongoing tinkering landing page I'm working on.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of information. I like it.
It'll be nice. It'll be
I like it.
nice.
So that's probably everything you need to know. However, heads up, we'll be kind of spamming you with this list as vendors sign up, and we'll be spamming you with these.
You won't be able to get away from it.
Yeah, if I hear that Vendy Blendy word from those two idiot twins one more time. So that is the next 9 weeks. I feel like these months are going to pass too quickly.
September came in and left.
September, slow your roll. July was here for 20 years.
Don't even talk about
August.
May.
Oh, I don't even want to think about the end months. Go get out of my face. So I feel like this next 2 months is going to move pretty quickly. Not only in terms of hosting the Vendy Blendy, the cookie season ramps up to an unprecedented rate.
If you ever been on a what is those rides that do this? Roller coaster ride?
Oh, well, that was a while.
We're on the tick, 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 and we're cusping over. You know where they hold you there and you all scream and it's like
Busch Garden loves to hold you there.
Yeah.
Okay, now you're only looking down. You see the hair of the girl in front of you is above her head.
Yeah.
And you're like, thereabouts her release. So this is kind of the fun part of the cookie year. It's also the overwhelming part. And who are we to say no to
Who are we to
more
not add a little bit more
Let's drown you. But people say this is where I make my money. It's also where I make my Vendy Spendy budget.
Yeah.
And I will be doing those interesting
What was so funny was randomly in the baking group, we have another group called Baking with Sugar Cookie Marketing. Someone said, if you had like $200 to use on Amazon, what would you buy? Someone said, nothing on Amazon. I would save it for the Vendy Blendy.
Here's the thing, and Amazon has trained us that no big sale is really a big sale because they've run up the prices all year long, and then now it's discounted, but it's not a real discount. You got to check Camel. The Vendy Blendy, you guys know what these cutter shops are all year.
Listen.
Corey keeps you honest, man.
Listen.
Corey's going to keep you honest. And then we try to make it even more impactful by getting a lot of people to sign up.
Get in there.
Yeah. I offer the discounts.
Cannot wait. It's the week of my birthday, so it's already a Hypeville anyway.
Corey celebrates a birth month. And as somebody who shares her birthday, it's Corey's birth month. It's my birthday.
Yes. That is true. Listen, you could jump on and you did not.
I got to run the Vendy Blendy. Yeah. Maybe in a weird way, the Vendy Blendy is such a vibe for me. I don't know why I like it. I like that everyone has a really good time.
It's because it's chaos.
The Vendys are like, they act like we all survived a war together.
We're all crying. That was great, guys. See you next year.
And then I don't talk to them all year long. We don't even talk.
Heather, when a random Vendy Blendy post randomly in May pops up in her feed just because you say, kindred soul, I see you. I'll see you soon.
I see you.
Just in their feed. That you're scrolling on social media, you see a Vendy Blendy vendor.
Oh, I think you meant they
your face is wild right now.
Here's the crazy thing is because the Vendy Blendy is so overwhelming, and we love the marketing aspect here is FOMO. After the day, midnight, I actually spend the next couple hours, I stay awake till about 3, deleting every single post.
Every instance in the Sugar Cookie Marketing Group, all on socials, all of it is when.
Those Facebook Lives have spent so much time to prepare for it, deleted.
Gone.
The YouTube playlist, gone.
Google Sheets,
deleted.
Done.
It's almost like a therapy session.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm. It's my 12-step.
Speaking of the first people to sign up, tell us about the Cookie College.
Love them. Highly recommend considering their Facebook Live at the end of November. The Cookie College is Corey and I's brainchild about marketing. So if you're like, wow, the Vendy Blendy is so crazy and marketed, that same brain power is applied to the Cookie College. Now, the Cookie College is 5 different memberships, starting with the $2 transfer club. You'll never guess what it costs.
$2.
And maybe 50% off at the Vendy Blendy. You have the $2 transfer of the digital downloads. Now, we've changed this into digital downloads kits, and Corey has photographed them. She didn't have to.
I just kind of like them,
cute.
unfortunately. I like them.
And we're doing, which one we're doing it?
You said you want to do Thankful-ish.
For you. I need to do a Thanksgiving kit. Now, the kit gets you a bunch of different digital files that you can use to sell, and it all matches. That's the fun part. $10 a month, but you get all the other ones that I've ever dropped. The digital downloads have been a while and a couple different iterations.
Sure.
Above that, the Baker's Business Basics. Now, this is the one membership that doesn't update, and there's a good reason. It also comes with a coupon code to get the Cookie College at a discount, which you could actually sign up today for the Baker's Business Basics. Get that discount code. Switch memberships. It doesn't overbill you. It applies a prorated amount. Get that $68 Cookie College membership, and then at the Vendy Blendy, snag that steeper discount.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there, it's going to be cheaper than $68.
Yeah, $68 in the Cookie College.
You missed the Cookie Class Kits.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The Cookie Class Kits are the curriculum you need to teach a cookie class. Now, Corey and I are teaching a private class, our first one and our last one, but Corey said we need to do it for the people so we can report back. Now, we gave them a list of all the Cookie Class Kits Corey's design that you can purchase in the Cookie Class Kits membership, and we let her choose. And I think she actually picked a class from 2023.
Yeah.
The first year we offered
it. Whatever one has a pumpkin pie in it.
They all kind of have pies, but I went to the first one. I didn't know which one she chose.
I think there's only one with a pie.
Yeah, so we had created her a special link, blah, blah, and then I'll be teaching how we did that in the Cookie College, which is the top membership. Now, the Cookie College membership is unique because it gets every other membership plus its own content plus a private Facebook group. So it is the biggest bang for your buck. And again, right now it's $76. If you sign up for the Baker's Business Basics for $36, go to the last lesson, get that discount code, switch back to the Cookie College
Before
for $68.
you go to the last lesson and get to maybe take a little bit of the course.
But here's what I'm going to tell you. Those are included in the Cookie College as well. So you could get all that content in the Cookie College. If you're thinking, which one should I sign up for? I'm always going to steer people towards that Cookie College because it includes everything.
Yeah. If you're just a hobbyier baker, just thinking about selling, starting off with the Baker's Business Basics is going to give you 13 foundational courses that will help you. And if those 13 courses are all the ones you took, you'd be better for it. I promise you. They would take you from a hobbyer to a seller for sure.
Typically, you don't advocate for the BBB.
I feel like you're not giving him a little time and attention.
I don't think you like him, so I don't talk about him.
I do like him.
He's a redheaded stepchild.
I like him because it's great for someone who the Cookie College can be overwhelming. There's about 90-ish courses in there.
Overwhelming.
It can be overwhelming. So if you're like, listen, my big toe, the water, I'm just trying to dip it in.
BBB.
The BBB.
Okay,
the Better Business Bureau for Bakers is the perfect place to start. And what's in there, since you think I don't like it, it's how to optimize your Facebook page, how to create a free form. So Google Forms is free for you. And it's a great interim if you're not ready to dive into a website. It can be a little big and overwhelming and scary. A Google Form is fantastic for that. How to get an email signature and a custom domain so your email looks a little bit more professional so you stand out from other hobbyers trying to turn it into business bakers. It's great to start off with. And we all started somewhere, and that's a great place to start. They are. I will say, for the Cookie Class Kits, I have finished taking photos, filming, editing, and I'm all giving, the class is a cutie patootie.
Here's the thing. What she's going to tell you, it's a Christmas class. And you may say, but what about Halloween?
It's not a Christmas class.
Thanksgiving, sorry.
Thanksgiving, girl. Thanksgiving, girl.
What happens is we want to give you enough time to promote the class. We drop them a month and a half out at least.
But this class is cute'le magoodle. There is
cute'le magoodle.
It's the cutest one. It's a body of a turkey that's been fried already.
Yeah, Corey keeps saying this. Let's just call it a fried turkey.
A turkey body.
Corey said a turkey murdered.
A featherless turkey body. It's so stinking cute. Little legs.
A PETA poster is a first one. So what are the other shapes? Can you remember?
Okay, so we have the turkey body.
Turkey face.
We have a turkey face with these little sprinkle eyes. So he's got wide eyes. He's like, don't put me
anything with a big eye. I know there is a pie, not cut.
Apple pie, yes.
Apple pie.
Yeah, with little hearts at the top.
I think there's something else apple related.
Yeah, why am I? Oh, an apple basket. Two apples at the top. Basket of apples. There's an overhead pumpkin. Overhead
that's very
view
cute.
of it.
I'm so sorry. If you remember back before we ever had the Cookie College,
that's where I remember.
Corey and I would teach a Halloween class. We've taught classes for absolutely years.
Yeah.
And one was an overhead pumpkin, so he has a special place in my heart.
The unfortunate one about our overhead pumpkin back in the day, it was a twofer. It was a tiny mini cookie.
Don't worry, I have PTSD about that.
And the icing would roll off the side because it was so small.
Don't worry. And then he had the filigree.
And you had to pick him up and put him on there. And people were like, I dropped him on the side.
The Cookie Class Kits was born of blood, sweat, and tears. So lessons have been learned as we create the classes.
I can't remember the last one. Why can't
nobody sent me the picture?
It's in my brain.
Sometimes Sweet Pink Olive will post them ahead of time.
It's in my brain.
You think I'll be able to?
I'm going to hold on. It's in my favorites album for sure.
All right, I'm clicking real quick.
Wow, it's not in my favorites album. I totally lied to you.
Okay.
Hold on.
If I pull it up, it's here.
Okay, got it. It is pumpkin spice latte with a little pumpkin one there.
Very cute. I do not see it on our website yet.
Here.
There's some cute classes, dude. That is very cute.
It's adorable. It's adorable.
She's actually running a sale on the 2023 Cookie Class Kit Cutters. That's 12 different sets. That's on sale right now for $350. You might think that's expensive, but you get 12 sets of 6 cutters. So they're all on sale. The 2024 class kits are on sale as well.
Nice.
Cutters, the bundle discount.
The bundle. So that class kit will drop on October 7th.
October 7th. And I'm working on a free class kit to kind of warm you guys up to what you're missing out on. Yeah. So it's free.
And it's very, very cute.
Very cute.
We might have to teach it next year.
Okay.
Because I think it's adorable.
Okay. Moving on to the Tell Me About It. Just signed up as Cookie Design Lab. They're also the gracious sponsor of the Tell Me About It, the text in segment of this podcast. If you want to text in, it's 571-556-5644. Or if you're on a podcast player like Spotify, it should be like click to text.
Yes.
Both of those go to the same place. Graciously, the winner from last week, she's like, I actually don't have a 3D printer, so I'd like to gift it. She's in the Cookie College, ironically, and said I'd like to gift it to another member of the Cookie College.
That's so nice.
That's very nice. There's a lot of nice people. So Cookie Design Lab, I just want to read this. They are sponsored the podcast, but they got some neat features they just added.
Lay it on me.
Save settings. You can now save all your favorite settings for your cutters and even create multiple save settings. So like I like a rounded handle. I like a certain cut wall. I like the reverse. So you can save that setting and just apply it. So now all your cutters have uniformity.
That's nice. I may sneeze right now.
Go sneeze. Wow.
That maneuver.
I want to tell you, people in podcast land, you just saved your eardrums. Corey sneezes like a grown man.
I also turned away from the
two-year-old
microphone.
Man.
You just got to get it out.
Someone said that's clout chasing, and I agree. Number 2, background removal. Now, typically...
explain this to me.
When you upload an image, it tries to trace it out. But if you have a really busy image, it's kind of hard for the software to see where your edges are in the shape.
So if someone send me like an invite and I want to pull one specific thing from the invite, like a pumpkin, it would be able to...
Image,
oh, nice.
And now remove the background. Otherwise, you could drag and drop these pins to create the outline.
Oh, I see.
But this is a lot easier when it can track the shape.
Yeah.
It makes it a ton easier when it can track the shape. So now you can do background removal and download matching image. No need to switch to a graphic design program anymore. We now offer background removal. So upload that picture, click the background removal, and get not just the cutter, which of course you can edit as usual, but you get the image to print using Eddie.
Oh, nice.
Or Big Blue.
Oh, that's nice.
3, this one's a new one. She didn't even tell me about this before. Stamps and embossed. Currently in beta, but we've added stamps and embossers. You can download them integrated or separately.
Is this like a cookie plunger?
Yes, but not plunge, but you can get the stamps or the embossing.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing.
She said, we are now even more than just cookie cutters. So let me know if you have any questions. And I think she added one other thing. P.S. Oh, yeah. Then she said, this is why you should consider cookiedesignlab.com. I've seen a few posts in various groups in the last couple of days about Cookie CAD Premium costing a little too much. It sounds like they used to offer a pay what you want, but they aren't anymore. Cookie Design Lab is a 2/3 of their price, and it's even cheaper with the 15% off code of twins.
Twins.
And it'll be 25% off at the Vendy Blendy. And I'll give you that code on the day of the Vendy Blendy. So lots of discounts there. If you're thinking 3D printing circa 2026, this is... I want
to get on it.
You have the 3D printer. I set it up for you. Maybe
I need you almost to come over and visit.
Okay.
I will bribe you.
You don't invite people to your house.
I don't.
Right.
You're invited. I need you to close your eyes till you get up there.
The gateway drug of learning to 3D print is suffering through the assembly.
So I'd be more in it to win it.
If you had to put it together, because you're like, I'm not going to put this together, not get it.
I'm going to say, guys, at my 36 year of age, I'm tired of learning new things. I like to be learnt. I want someone to
Corey
do it.
and I were talking about, the second cost. We did a podcast this years ago. You buy something, that's the first cost.
Yeah.
Learning the thing is the second cost.
Yes.
And almost everything requires 2 costs. Sometimes the second cost is a little too high price.
I want to say cutter's fun to buy. Making cookies, hard to do.
Selling cookie class tickets when you get it, fun. Teaching the class, not fun.
Not so fun. Icing prep, no.
I hate it. It'll keep you on your toes. So that is Cookie Design Lab. And now, Corey, let's read the texting questions.
Wait, I have to choose one.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1 in 4 chance to win. 1, 2. We will never pick one, that we know. The area code is 408.
Is that Wisconsin?
What do you think? It's going to be Arizona.
Oh.
Arizona. Can you send some of that dry heat this way? Can you send some of the dryness? Keep the heat.
Yeah, keep the heat.
I have an opportunity to host. Oh, anyways, you're a winner. Shoot me an email at heather@sugarcookiemarketing.com and I'll set you up with Cookie Design Lab. The rest of you who didn't win, you're a winner in my eyes, and you can win 10% off using code TWINS at checkout.
Or you can try to win again next week.
And I would highly encourage you to try to win again next week.
Yeah.
I have an opportunity to host a cookie class at a local dog rescue. I love this. Little hair contamination, but I still love it. I'm hearing for it. We've discussed donating some of the proceeds to the rescue instead of the space rental fee. Love that. My only concern is there will be dogs at the venue. I don't know how close we'd be to the dogs, but do you think that would turn people off? We'd definitely be marketing to dog people, so I'd hope not, but I'd love to hear your take. Well, initially, when I started reading this, I said that. What you exactly thought.
I tell you, as a dog owner, we're different breeds. And so are the dogs. You can adopt them at the cookie class. I think people that you're going to market to understand what is happening. I would say that you could bring an air purifier.
I was going to say air purifier.
Wipe down, put different sanitary wipe down napkins at each table, and just mitigate what you can.
Sometimes I like to provide less than savory information with a joke on a bow, a joke bow on it.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, guys, as dog owners, we know hair is absolutely everywhere. And while I'm doing my best to keep it off your cookies, I can't help that rogue hair from flying through the air. So here's what I'm going to suggest is just make sure if you see a dog. I think signing up for a cookie class at a dog venue, I know what I'm getting.
I know. I also would suggest, typically I don't bring the cookies individually packaged in heat sealed bags for the fact that I'm just already, they're just in one big thing. Since you're doing it at this dog place,
heat sealing.
Let everyone have a scissor, let everyone cut their cookies open.
The big thing, if I'm at an Olive Garden and I look down and I see a hair in my bowl and I see it's my hair, I'm like, well, that was me. This is me, and I actually don't care about the hair at all. In fact, I know it's very clean. And
so when you're letting them cut the bags open themselves, they know that the hair that's about to touch it is their dog's hair.
Yes. I think it's important to acknowledge there will be hair involved here. There will be pet hair involved. I really like the heat seal idea. I really like the air purifier, and I love mentioning it in the event description that that's what they can expect. I
would even start Dog Lovers Unite. If you have a dog, you know there's a hair on you.
Kind of take the air out of the sails and just tell them, hey, this is not something we
also,
get around.
And this is just something I do before I go into my cookie room. I have one of those rollers. Having those just around you when someone enters, that just helping the mind be at ease.
Listen to me. I think in the dollar stores and I think in any travel section of a Walmart, you get those real thin ones.
It's a lint roller and it's fantastic.
It's like $1. Yes. So you could just leave it on each station and it's kind of,
it's almost like they're, you know how we do gifts for cookie class attendees? It would be a great gift. A great gift.
I would almost say like it would make me feel like she knows that I know that there's going to be hair everywhere and they're doing their best.
Yeah.
I really like the heat sealed individual cookie idea. And so small scissors that they cut themselves. Yeah. So they see there was no hair. Any hair has presented itself after it came off that person. Yes. Cute idea though. And I really like that you're able to negotiate. So obviously she's paying a room rental fee, but they're using it as a donation. You can market that.
That's smart.
That
smart.
Says
you're helping the dogs
and help the dogs.
If you shameless plug here, one of the cookie class kits is dog themed and it's adorable. It's a dog bowl. There's a fire hydrant, a dog.
I think there's a ball
with a dog paw.
It's very cute. And you can check that out. It should be at thecookie-college.com/cookie-class. But if you have any questions, just email me and I'll show you what that is. Great. I think that is a really cool idea. I'd love it if you text it in after you taught the class and let us know
I would love
how
to
it
hear.
went. For some reason, bringing the air purifier, I'm sorry, guys. Not even a Twintress. And now that I know you guys love the Twintress, I'm just sprinkling them in here. Corey put me onto it. And I think, okay, I'll be honest. Air purifiers are kind of ugly to me.
They're ugly.
However, I bought two. I bought it on Prime Day a couple years ago. They come with replaceable filters you got to buy. Yeah. Boy, I checked this one in the cat's room. I do have allergies. I checked this one in the cat's room. It is so full of fuzz and hair. Like it truly does work.
I have 4 air purifiers.
Yeah. So really, I'm team air purifier, even though I hate the constant running and the
in my brain, it just alleviates something in my brain that there's nothing floating around.
It would be different if I opened that and saw nothing. But the fact that it's got this big, thick layer of dust, which I'm sorry, it's not that thick. I do replace it often. I have one on order. It shows me that it's working.
I just like it. I just like it.
So if I went to a cookie class and I saw an air purifier, I'm like, that thing's doing a job.
Absolutely.
Don't be the people that might be Corey and have opened an air purifier and not checked the filters wrapped in plastic. You have to take the plastic
Unfortunately, I was like, wow, this is just like a little plane taken
Corey
off.
was running the air purifier with a plastic wrap around the filter. So it wasn't filtering anything. anything.
No, but it was making a lot of sound.
Yeah.
What's the sound?
So I don't know. I think the filters are pretty neat. They're great for my allergies. They get dust out of the air.
Yeah.
Hi, twins. Not a winner. This area code is 860.
Is that Michigan?
People are probably like, can you guys stop looking up the area codes? No, I can't. I have to look. It is Connecticut.
Connecticut.
Is it beautiful up there right now?
I want to say I've been watching Gilmore Girls. It is. If it's anything like the show.
Ashley went one time. She said it is truly beautiful.
Yeah.
They have a name. I think I saw it on Family Guy for the people who come to see the leaves. Like, really,
what are they called?
We're like losers because we're like, you know,
We're
you're always like a local, and they're like,
yes.
I want to see a leaf. Hi, twins. Hi, favorite twins.
Shoot.
Let me read
Hi,
that
favorite
correctly.
Connecticutian.
You're the only Connecticutian I acknowledge. My question is about life balance, especially during this upcoming season. How do you balance your day job with your cookie business and SEM? Thanks for all you do. P.S. I'm taking these marketing nuggies and I'm applying them to my day job as a private banker too. What a cool thing. You have a lot of throttles, or what you call spigots.
Yeah.
Right. And as one starts pouring out more, one also must be turned down.
Yeah.
If you don't, that one year Corey and I were like, let's just say yes to everything. I would almost say I never want to do this again. It's too much.
Yeah.
So we actually had somebody ask about that, and the cookie group, the sugar cookie marketing group, I loved the answer. Someone said, I actually make peace with the fact that this is where I make my money. She had a day job too. So she'll do those extra hours to make that spending money.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like if you're like, I want to do that, if you say it out loud, you're calling your shot.
Yeah.
You're able to do it. Now we have bakers who are like, I have a day job and I have this. They're going to only open up a certain amount of orders.
Right. Right.
And then you have some bakers, and I thought this was a very unique strategy I hadn't thought of. They're like, this season causes me burnout. So I actually take few orders this season because I like to maintain kind of a consistent flow of orders, which when it's the cookie Super Bowl, orders have a massive influx. So they actually take fewer orders in this season and focus more on whatever it is, family or day job.
Right.
And then kind of work that way. So you got to ask yourself, which one do you want to water this season? Do you want to water both? You're not going to sleep a lot. Do you want to water one? Then the other one needs it to be turned off. Do you want to enjoy the season? Then you're going to turn down both.
Yes.
And that's going to be unique to you. You know, and I always tell people, you got to understand that where I'm coming from, I am not married with no kids.
Right.
Right.
Heather has, not saying more time on her hands, but time on her hands.
I also work from home. I have additional hours because I don't commute.
Yeah.
So what I can preach from atop a rock that cannot be relatable to you at all. You're a banker, a private banker. It sounds like you might have to commute somewhere. You're interfacing with people. If that commute is here, we have a lot of traffic. I've seen people sit in commutes for 2 hours one way.
Yeah.
If you live right next to work, but you have a lot of kids, your day's going to look a lot different than mine. And I can say, and you'll see bakers, I've made so much money. I sell out of everything. What's their circumstance?
Yeah.
Because their version of your selling out and your version are going to be different, but you both won.
Yes.
Right.
Agreed.
Yeah, Corey, she's got to pick up her kid. She's got to drop her kid. Sometimes I think like that's a tremendous amount of working day allocated to that, but she still has to reach the deadline. So it does put.
I know. I was thinking even during the summer where I didn't have pick up and drop off, that was an additional 2.5 hours of my day that I got back.
Interesting. It's very interesting how it all works. So this baker success story may be something that sounds so delicious to you. It just may not work for your situation. And it's not, nobody's wrong. And nobody's right. You find what works for you. I'm impressed that you're applying this to be a banker. I'll be so curious which nuggies you've applied and how you've seen them as banking. I wonder, is it banking's busy season, if I could guess, must be similar to accountant's busy season, or at least the end of the fiscal year. So maybe it's Jan 1 is your busy
I think
year?
also when spring buying the house season.
You guys have a weird thing. I'd be curious what your busiest season is.
What's so funny is Nate, a cop, my husband, has been using tips and tricks that we say for customer relations, seeing as every customer is someone in need who calls 911. He said, I've been more empathetic towards them instead of being like, you should have kept your car locked. He's like, yeah, it kind of sucks. It was broken into because you left the door open and the keys.
Always think in terms of how does this client that's having a bad time with me want me to reply to them. They want to commiserate. They want to be validated. That doesn't mean they have to be told they're right. You have to say, in the circumstances you experience, I can't imagine how you'd see it any other way. Because we don't want to fight. Last one I'll read. Yeah, I'll read another one. Hi, ladies. I just upgraded from cast iron to Shopify. My domain is the same, but I changed host. Will either of these changes knock me down in Google rankings? That is a great question. And the answer is temporarily, yes. Why? the domain didn't change. She said the domain is the same. The website host changed.
Yeah.
The reason why is your website structure changed. So what was indexed with cast iron, which had more of a, well, I don't think cast iron didn't allow custom domains. It might have at the end when they were pushing out those things. If you guys don't know, cast iron announced its closure last year, but did not, last week.
Yeah.
But did not announce when the websites would go down. So they did say, get off the platform now. I knew he was going to die. Lost one camera. Get off the platform now. So if you are on cast iron and you're listening to this, you need to migrate immediately. You will lose access to that store. Unfortunately, I have been monitoring the situation. It sounds like the rebilling for the cast iron payment is still set to on. So you'll want to make sure you've canceled your membership as well.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So, because I'm not sure these people
we forgot to do that one.
Are getting refunds. Yeah. The news starting to pick up some stories about it. So what happens is if you're in cast iron and you have an about page, that about page is structured in a certain way, and now you've completely taken that about page, that menu structure might change. That's a ranking factor. The content will change. What was ranked has to be recrawled. That will change your structure. So when I see extremely established websites, migration to a new platform is such a strategy. It's almost too advanced. It's part of what they call technical SEO. There's ways to do it, and you got to get into more advanced levels of it. I would always probably hire it out to somebody on Upwork or something. Yeah. That said, we're all small dogs in a big, big game. I'm talking about Target.com, not SugarCreekMarketing.com. But when you do migrate to a new platform, what you want to make sure is you have Google Analytics set up on the new platform.
Yeah.
You want to set up Google Webmaster Tools on the new platform. Yeah. If it's already integrated, you need to make sure that the tracking code is still there. Shopify is a big player. I think it offers you actually more functionality than Cast Iron did. I don't believe Cast Iron offered third-party tracking. So make sure you tell Shopify yes and set that up. And then you're going to resubmit your website to Google through Webmaster Tools, and it will work on crawling that.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to keep in mind backlinks, interlinking, links on pages, those shift. That also has a factor as well. But that's a very good question. Your head's in the right place. It's not the end of the world. It does take a couple months. So you're not looking at overnight. You're looking at a couple months for that. My last one, question asking. My girl. I love the questions. She said, sending this list again with fingers crossed. One, I love it. If you could only keep one condiment in your fridge forever, what would it be?
Ketchup. I just love it on everything. I'll eat it. It just adds a layer of flavor.
Did you just desecrate ranch dressing?
Yeah, ketchup.
If my last meal would be a salad, so I'd have to say ranch dressing.
Last meal would be a salad?
Salads are my favorite.
Are you?
I love a salad.
Dumb?
I love your salad. What's your last meal?
Some steak and potatoes. Bread will be involved.
Bread is great.
Corn, probably.
I would almost say an egg McMuffin. I love them.
Literally just jumped from a salad to an egg McMuffin.
But I love salad. What do you want me to do? I like both of them. 2, what's the most random item you've ever carried around in your bag or pocket? Beef. Okay. I'm really into fidgety crap. It's just a load of crap. I really like the fidget things. So all the sisters are in. And then you just throw one in your pocket. And whatever that fidget thing is, you can fidget with it.
No.
Listen, I'm
what
not...
are these poppets? Are these boppets? What is this?
I don't know what they call them.
I think it's a poppet.
Maybe. They sell so many. You just go to the birthday crap section that you give to kids' birthdays party. They have a ton of these.
They do. This one's from Target.
Yeah, so I have a collection of little fidgety things. Yeah. I think they're fun to throw in your bag.
That would probably be Heather's weirdest thing.
Yeah. Also you, because you also said.
I steal yours.
She does.
I don't invest in them.
Number 3, if you had to give your life story a ridiculous movie title, what would it be?
Things not to do.
Double the trouble. And then it's just about being twins. 4, what's your go-to karaoke song? Even if you've never actually sing it in public.
Shoot. Heather loves Nothing.
I haven't even watched the movie behind that, but I really think the song.
Wait, what's the song?
It's about the bodyguard or something.
There's nothing without.
I don't really think you're singing it right. Whitney Houston, I Have Nothing is from the movie.
I don't want to hurt
The Bodyguard.
Anymore.
What's yours?
Oh, it is.
Corey really likes Josh Groban's Thankful song. She always has it playing in the car.
I think my holiday song. Josh
Groban, you
playing
it right now?
We haven't quite crossed over. I did have Christmas music playing in the car.
Amazing.
Kenny G. Guy is good on a saxophone.
5, if your phone had a mood, what mood would it usually be in?
Silent.
No, I think it's like a personality mood.
He's a silent mood.
You have him on silent, but what is your phone typically doing? Is he like, I'm in a vibey mood? Am I in a holiday mood? Am I angry? Mine is in a learning, educational mood. If anything is playing, it's about
mine
is
in drama consumption.
Okay, that's what it is. You have a dramatic mood of your phone.
But I'm silently doing it.
We know your phone is muted. Love these questions. So sorry you didn't win this time.
Wow, were you number 1 or 4?
4.
Shoot on my goodle.
Moving into the podcast sponsors. I already talked about them all because they're all coming back as a Vendy Blendy, except for Eddie. Eddie's the edible direct-to-food printer. They're having an EddieCon. Tickets are still on sale. They're actually looking for more vendors there, $250 buy-in.
Nice.
Trying to repeat some facts so they like what I said. But it prints directly to food. Now, if you're moving into your corporate girly era, Christmas is usually a time where you see corporate companies buy massive amounts of cookies to give out as those like things.
I am going to make a video, but Eddie cookies freeze really well. So like I took an order for a corporate order, but I need to make them ahead of time because I had some other orders to make in its place. They freeze very well when dried correctly.
I love that. Cookie Design Lab is 15% off code TWINS. There'll also be a Vendy. Baking Me Crazy, code Favorite Twin, 10% off. There'll also be a Vendy. Royal Badge, code TWINS, 10% off. There'll also be a Vendy. Daisy Makes, codes TWIN10. I have to check that. She sent me an email. They'll also be in the Vendy Blendy. Eddie, the Anal Printer, no code, not Vendy Blendy. They know their worth. Come on, Eddie. Oh, wouldn't it be crazy if one day they were like, let's just do it?
Oh, I'd be
I've even pitched, can we just do it on the print heads? And they said no. Bosch, not a sponsor. It is an affiliate. Use code Sugar Cookies, save $20. They pay us $20. We actually use it to run the ads for the Vendy Blendy.
Yeah.
So that turns out you guys love the Twitterists.
Thanks for whoever said that it was your favorite part, because me and Heather truly did believe people were tuning out, but apparently you're tuning in. Apparently. Okay, I do have some sad news.
Corey's cat has passed away.
Rube. Heather, every time she introduces me on the Cookie College lives, she always says, Corey's generic cat, Rube.
Oh, yeah, it was a cat she got from Craigslist. So it was about as generic issue as it comes, still loved in God's sight.
Yeah, 15 years. She lived a great life. We had to put her down.
I'm always calling it Divorce Kitty because Corey got it while she's going through a divorce.
Yeah, she was. And my husband now said she was my mom.
She was.
She raised me. And then I raised her.
Absent? Just kidding. Absent but around. Just kidding. Don't worry, my mom doesn't listen to the podcast. So is that your Twitterist?
I just need to update people, let them know where my heart's at.
It's funny. It's not funny at all. Death is not funny. However, Corey had, when I needed to put down Frank, the cat from Christmas last year, because he had a stroke that led to extreme paralysis that they diagnosed as an ear infection.
Yeah.
I had called the veterinarian for the snakes. Maybe that would have been the red flag, but it's a very popular veterinarian here. However, I've never had a great experience. They did great with the snakes, but when I called, they're like, we're busy. And I was like, okay, you're an emergency vet. I understand you're busy. What do I do? You need to call this other one. I'm like, wow. Okay. I'm having a bad night.
You are not their ideal client.
No. So I called the other one. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I said, wow, you guys are great.
Yeah.
I ended up taking him there later and they did put him down, but they're an emergency vet. They don't offer primary, but this is how great customer service works. I wasn't planning to put a cat down for the rest of my life. Right? Yeah. I was even thinking I'm not going to do the cat thing anymore. However, Corey had this issue with her cat and it didn't seem, she had hired the lapse of love. I don't know if you guys have that where you're at, but it's the veterinarian that comes to your house and puts the cat or the pet down in their natural environment.
Yeah.
Well, the pets don't always last if they're suffering, right?
Yeah.
I'm a big thing and I had a big problem with putting a cat down, but I read a quote, rather a month too early than a day too late. And I think it's because we don't realize the deterioration of such a small animal is so cute.
Well, the deterioration is cute.
Acute.
Oh yeah. This cute.
Adorable.
Not cute. Here's the thing. And what I've learned over this past week is pets can't talk. So my husband's like, I don't think she's hurting. No, she can't talk. So that you don't think she's hurting. If she's doing anything out of the abnormal, or everything in the abnormal.
I heard
something wrong.
With dogs, it's the 5 favorite things graph. So if they love to go on walks and aren't walking, if they love treats and don't get treats, if 2 of the 5 things are gone, there's probably time to put them down.
Yeah, not drinking water, not eating.
Well, those are the end of the 3 things.
But then
So Corey called the animal hospital from last year and had an absolutely stellar experience.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
Only emergency. But I'll tell you, that's how great marketing works. Word of mouth marketing.
And then I made a post in a local group saying how much I enjoyed my experience.
And someone said, I got to put my pet down here soon. Thank you so much. So really interesting how great experiences work. In the same vein, I've told absolutely everyone not to go to Pender.
Horrible experiences work.
Yeah, so that is your Twinterest. I had a Twinterest. Okay, here's my one. You guys are listening to the perfume thing. I'm on a perfume journey, right? We did the Dossier one, the Tom Ford dupe of the tobacco vanilla. However, if you remember last year, Ginger Biscuit Jo Malone, by the time Corey and I had found it at Sephora, it had already been sold out. Remember, I buy it from a European company. They give me my money back. So I get away. It's gone. It dropped this week.
It dropped again.
It dropped. So it's a
limited release.
And it will sell out because I don't know. It sold out before our birthday because that's when we wanted to buy it. I want to tell you,
it smells like a holiday. So if you wanted it, now would be the time. Heather spritzed me probably 52 times and herself 62. There is a time where you can overspray yourself.
You'll not find me with Ginger Biscuit not overspraying. However, I mean, it's $170. They only sell it in one size.
Oh, they don't sell it in a small size?
Yeah. They know their worth. Getting Jo Malone to sign up for the Cookie College sign up for the Vendy Blendy because it's called Ginger Biscuit. Just kidding. But very overpriced. Smells like a holiday. It's a gourmand, which I've learned is food-based. Ginger Biscuit, it has a little bit of lemon.
I don't smell lemon.
I don't know. It was in the description.
Cinnamon, vanilla. Maybe there's something warm in there, a nutmeggy of sorts.
Okay, clove. I'm so sorry. They have a travel spray on Sephora.
Okay, I would get a travel spray.
$35.
$35? How tiny is it?
It is 0.34 ounce.
It's nothing. That's one spray. Okay, tell me.
Okay, I just want to see. I want to see what it's in it because it has nothing.
Warmy smells.
Top note: ginger. Fair.
That makes sense.
Spicy and fresh with a zingy lemon quality. It opens the fragrance with a lively brightness. If you want to know complex marketing, it's selling scents.
Yes.
Right? Because you
have to describe it.
Right. And I'll tell you, packaging goes a long way with fragrance. And that's why you see so many celebrities trying to sell fragrance because you say, this person's pretty. Would you like to smell like this? Heart note. Don't even know what this means. Roasted hazelnut.
I knew a little nut in there.
An unexpected crunchy note that intrigues with its green woody character.
Green woody?
That's that. Base note. Tonka bean. This bean has a warm accents of vanilla and almond with a hint of tobacco. It adds a tangible richness to the fragrance. Man,
how much is the small travel size?
35.
35?
Uh-huh.
Maybe I should do that for my October gift.
It was literally what I told you was my gift. But I did buy something else, so go right ahead. I didn't know they had a small one. You'd have to buy it now.
I know I would.
Oh, it's available in Springfield. So
will you be going over there?
No, I don't like that mall. You'll find me at Tyson's. Oh, yeah, it's in. Okay, it's funny. On the Jo Malone website, it just has it in a cookie jar. Hilarious. Ginger biscuits. Hilarious. But in the Sephora website, they have the little one in the cookie jar.
That's hilarious.
Warm and spicy scent. Okay, if you guys like that. If you don't like smelling like a cookie, you don't want this.
I love
also have my second one, TikTok. You guys like this? You know Ash is into magnesium foot sprays because it's supposed to help you sleep better?
I have purchased the one that she has purchased, yes.
I think she buys expensive things.
She does.
That was like $30.
Okay, maybe I don't have that one.
Okay, well, she gave Gams one and then felt guilty and had to give me one. But it was $30 and it was a small jar.
Yeah.
But Ash loves
Is it spray?
Yeah, it's a spray. Okay. It's a magnesium spray. And for some reason, they all say put it on the bottom of your feet because that's where it absorbs.
Okay.
Not sure. And it helps you sleep.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay. I've had a magnesium lotion. I use the whole bottle.
Okay.
A magnesium rub-on thing, not a lotion, but like a balm.
Okay.
I've been also using that. And I take a supplement for it. Is it working? How do you know? Well? I sleep all the time, before and after it.
Okay, formulated with a topical mineral to relax the body and mind. It's Epsom salt. That's what magnesium is. Oh, for muscle pains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but people are magnesium deficient, maybe?
That's what I hear.
I've heard. Anyways, so TikTok was like, girl, you know when you go to Walmart?
Yeah.
Walmart has me in a chokehold.
It does.
Dr. Teal's section, they came out with one.
A spray?
Is $6.
Are you getting another spray when you already have a spray?
She says, are you asking if I'm getting or do I already have it upstairs?
You have 2 sprays
no,
of magnesium?
I already used the other one. I don't know if it worked.
That's why I don't know
But that was $30. This is $6. If I bathe in this, I could, at $6, I'll spray liberally. At $170 ginger biscuit, I'm spraying liberally right now, but I haven't sprayed it all year because I didn't want to run out of it. Almost the fact that I could buy it right now means I want to use this one.
I know.
Marketing's weird.
It is.
And I am exceptionally susceptible to it.
It does make the world go round. And it makes the Vendy Blendy pop off.
Yes. So the Vendy Blendy is coming at us like a freight train. You want me to see my Vendy stats? So we have 28 Vendys, 29 with the cookie-ery. And the Vendy Blendy pendies. Remember, guys, without you pendying, I don't really have a way to strong arm the Vendy. So I need you guys to go pendy right now. How many pendies do you think we have as of this morning? Please don't get higher.
842.
933.
Oh.
933. People might say, what is your goal? I would like to get to 8,400. I think that's what we had the day of last year. My goal has always been 10,000, though. I like to hurt my own feelings.
Yeah.
It's the academy.
The academy. All right, guys, we're releasing you from the Twin Trust. Bless you all. See you soon.
See you next week.